Hello children, in this module we are going to talk about the Mughal court, administration and their agricultural system. Children, the Mughal court, much like the court in the Sultanate period, was very ceremonial. The emperor sat on a throne, others were assigned place to sit or stand, the more important ones being nearer to the emperor. And it was during Akbar's reign that along with Sijda and Paibos, Karnish and Taslim were also performed. And in the court, everyday reports from nobles and department head were read out. The meeting was held in the Diwan-e-Khas, which was also known as Hall of Private Audience, and the emperors held their court for the general public in Diwan-e-Am, that is, Hall of Public Audience. People could come here and put forth their problems before the ruler. Children, in the 17th century, the court was divided into two groups as there were liberals and the orthodox. Since Jahangir and Shah Jahan were tolerant rulers, the liberal group was dominant in religious matters. Under Aurangzeb, the orthodox group had the upper hand. Mughal administration. The Mughal administration was based on both the Indian and Persian systems of administration. It stressed on the two components. First, the absolute authority of the emperor, and second, the strength of the army. First, let's see the central administration. The king was the head of both civil and military administration. He was assisted by many officials like the Wazir, who was the Prime Minister, the Diwan was the head of the revenue department, the Mir Bakshi looked after the military, the Khan-e-Saman attended to the need of the royal household, then the Sadar-e-Sudur kept a record of grants and donations made by the king, and the Qazi, who was the chief judge. The provincial administration. Under this, the empire was divided into provinces called subas, and each suba was headed by a governor called subedar, and he served as a link between his province and the ruler. And each suba was divided into sarkars or districts, and each sarkars into many parganas. A pargana consisted of many villages. And children, the administration of a pargana was under Kotwal, who was responsible for the maintenance of law and order. His office was the Kotwali. He also maintained records about the people and the trade practices such as weights and measurements. Now let's see revenue administration. Children, as you already know, land and trade were the two main sources of revenue. Raja Todarmal, under Akbar's administration, he was a revenue minister, introduced a land revenue system which came to be known as Todarmal's Bandobast. Under the new system, land was properly measured. Todarmal introduced a new measuring device. It was a rod made of bamboo reeds joined together by iron rings. Now land could be measured very accurately, and after measurement, land was divided into three categories: good, average and bad. The revenue was fixed according to the fertility of the land. And in 1580, a system called the Dashala was introduced. Under this, the average produce and the average price over the last 10 years were calculated. The tax to be paid for the year was fixed on the basis of this average. Generally, 1/3 of this figure was the share of the ruler. And children, the emperors encouraged both internal and overseas trade. India exported textiles, spices, indigo, and saltpeter to China, Central Asia, and Europe.